Welcome to the getWITit podcast. I will be your host, Elizabeth. This podcast will focus on the decline of women in technology and how our grassroots organization works with the community to foster relationships and reducing the gap of women in tech. We will be talking with both men and women on how to continue to move the needle forward on those relationships. For more information, please check us out at getWITit.org. All right, today we have Ryan Fredericks, the Silver Fox from AWH.
Unendorsed title.
Co-founder of AWH.
No.
No.
The firm actually started 25 years ago now. I joined 7 years ago as a partner.
Okay, as a principal.
As a principal, right. Right. One of the P's. Right. Yeah, so the firm's been around for a long time. I joined 7 years ago, and it's
AWH stands for what?
Allen, Williams, and Hughes, which was the initials of the middle names of the three people that were the founders and started it.
And what does AWH do?
We are a digital product firm, so we help clients get better at building digital products, software products, and in some cases we actually help them do that too. So we do some training consulting around them getting better at product, and in some cases we help them actually create and build those products.
Oh, well, that would explain why you got all sorts of like product and company builder, non-product launcher and leader, mentor and investor. Listen to all these fancy names you have.
Yeah, exactly. It just means I'm involved in too much shit.
That's right.
I'm overcommitted and I underdeliver consistently.
Well, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, you know?
It's right.
I mean, you made it here today.
Exactly.
Only because you're probably right down, right? Don't you have an office?
I don't have an office here. IC Stars is here.
Oh, IC Stars. Okay.
Yeah,
I had written that down too.
Yeah.
Chairman of IC Stars.
Chairman of IC Stars, which I never, sought out to be the chairman of anything. But
oh my God, you got a director of Startup Grind.
Director of Startup Grind, yeah.
Co-founder of
Black Hack.
Yep.
Oh
my God, we're going to have to go through all of these. All right.
I don't think we have enough time.
Jeez, my God. Served on several company boards, capitalization activities. My God, do you sleep?
I don't. I don't get much sleep. Yeah.
But you do go to the clubs. As Silver Fox.
I do. I don't go to the clubs as the Silver Fox, but I do. Okay, I do. So my daily beverage consumption that keeps me chemically balanced and allows me to do all of this shit is it okay if I swear, by the way?
Oh, swear away.
Okay.
We're all natural here.
Okay. 8 hours of caffeine and 4 hours of booze.
8 hours of caffeine. So we're talking coffee, soda.
I don't drink any soda, so just all coffee.
Oh, all coffee. No soda?
No soda.
What sort of booze?
Anything.
Anything. So this is a daily regimen.
All takers from a booze perspective.
This is the Silver Fox diet right here.
Right. Exactly.
Do you work out at all in there?
I do. Yeah. I typically work out.
See, I knew this.
I typically work out twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening.
Why?
It's stress relief, first of all.
Okay.
So that, as I'm starting the day, it'll get some energy out, and at the end of the day, helps calm me down. And then, I still want to look good in a pair of skinny jeans. So,
I hear you.
Right?
I hear you. Skinny jeans are important.
If there is a narcissistic component to it.
I hear you.
There's no question about it.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
And, because people will stop calling me the Silver Fox, right?
It's true.
If it's just about the hair, right? It's more than just the hair.
I think it's more than just the hair from the rumors I've heard.
I don't know what rumors you've... Now I'm scared.
I happened to run into somebody and I said that I was talking to you today and they're like, oh, the Silver Fox. And I was like, oh,
okay.
Really?
So name this person.
Oh, I got to name it right here.
You got to name your sources.
John
Server?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't see the last name, so I didn't officially give him up.
Yes, I knew that it would be Server that would perpetrate that rumor and continue it.
Yeah, I saw him on Monday.
By the way, John and I have actually never hung out at a club, so he actually doesn't know anything about my clubbing abilities. Yeah.
We'll have to hold him to that.
Yeah.
He's more of a kayaking Boy Scout kind of guy.
Yes. I love John, though. Super, super nice guy.
Yeah, I saw him on Monday. He's good. All right. Well, let's talk about all this fun stuff you're doing. And what are you doing September 12th?
September 12th. I think there's a conference happening that day.
Whoop, whoop. Women in Tech.
Yes. So gonna be part of a little session.
Just a small one, right?
Right.
You and this wonderful Cindy.
Right. Wonderful Cindy from D.C.
Who's flying in for it.
Who's coming in for it, right?
So excited.
She is, she's incredible. I'm okay.
Okay.
So she's been working for a while and has a firm that helps organizations, including the government and government contractors, but also private companies, to solve very complex problems. So she helps them sort of think about game theory and other ways to approach solving really complex problems and to work through those mechanisms to get to what are some options to drive the desired outcomes that they want.
Wow.
In very complex situations, sometimes very political, sometimes, where we've got, billions of dollars at stake and lives at stake, right, to companies who have, also potentially billions of dollars on the line of going in direction A or going in direction B. So she's really smart, and she's much smarter than I am. That's
How'd
why
you two run into each other?
This is going to sound really creepy considering the previous, line of questioning.
I mean,
we met at a bar. But there was through a common friend who
it's always that common friend.
Right, was introduced us. I was having drinks with him. He sort of invited her, and then so we started talking. And this was shit probably 6 years ago. And she was still in Columbus at the time, and then she moved to D.C. To pursue the business there.
So she's from here.
Yeah, she's from here. Yeah.
Okay.
And so we met, and I realized that she was pretty smart. And so I like hanging around smart people. So every once in a while when she comes back, we'll go grab lunch or grab some drinks, and we've just sort of kept in touch. And then when I was thinking about this session for the conference, I thought about, well, we don't talk about, and I had written a post fairly recently about risk. And I think a big piece of being a woman in technology would be, not speaking from personal experience, but I think would be that, although no one go back and check the healthcare records, right?
Okay.
Definitely
Darren and I will not be doing that.
Okay, good. I would surmise that being a woman in technology has a lot of risk associated to it, because still, by all accounts, the minority, right? And you're
Yes.
going to be going into environments that are going to be stressful and anxiety-inducing, and at a minimum and at a maximum, uncomfortable and demeaning, and all of those kinds of things. And so I thought about, doing a session on risk with a woman who has taken lots of risks and who helps other companies as part of the service in consulting that she provides sort of think about risk, and then what are the mechanisms to sort of assess risk as personally and as a company, and then to figure out what should you be intentional about and how do you go about sort of driving the outcomes that you want personally and professionally. I thought would be an interesting topic and
like
interesting session.
Psychological safety in the workplace.
Yeah. And none of us gets anywhere without taking some risks.
Right.
And I think women in technology immediately have taken a risk by saying, I'm going to go into a male-dominated field. And then I think when we think about career acceleration and trajectories, that there's risk associated to, wanting to continue to, to do that and evolve and grow. And how do you put yourself in challenging circumstances, but be valued for your contribution and all those kinds of things. And I also think that we can develop a risk muscle. Over time, we get more comfortable with the risk, and we get more comfortable taking more risks and maybe more consequential risks as we take smaller risks and smaller steps over time. And so Cindy's done a lot of that, professionally and personally. So I just thought it would be an interesting topic and an interesting conversation for Cindy to talk about how she views risks, how she handles and manages risk personally and professionally, and then how she works with clients through her firm around risk taking, essentially.
Wow, I'm gonna have to dive into that session.
Yeah. So my ask is, don't put us up against any other sessions that are also going to be good.
You know what? That's really funny. I'm gonna while we're sitting here, I'm seeing where you're at.
I want to be up against a coffee break. That's the session competition that I want.
Oh, why?
Because no one's going to want to come hear me. Oh. So if they think that I'm going to be rattling on about some nonsense,
no, not at all.
They're not going to want to hear me.
You guys are first thing, 9:45.
No shit.
Yeah, shit.
That's awesome.
I mean, first go at things.
This is going to be good.
9:45.
This is going to be.
You'll have your workout.
Right.
You'll have already gotten your picture taken. For the photographer.
Why would I be getting my picture taken?
Because everybody gets their picture taken.
Oh.
I mean, everybody does.
Oh, okay.
We have a photographer walk around and take pictures.
Okay.
So you already have the smiles going.
Okay.
Breakfast. Already had breakfast and some networking, right?
14 coffees already.
14 coffees. You've already heard from Lori Beer and how inspirational she is. And bam, you go into your 9:45 session.
Sweet. This is going to be. What other sessions are happening at 9:45? I want to know who the competition is.
Oh, okay. Let me pull up the website.
Okay.
That I have to look at here. Wow, put me on the spot here.
Well, I just need to know who
who to take out in the parking lot.
Who may not show up that morning.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
These are probably people that I know and respect and love and admire.
Probably.
So,
I mean, you're pretty. How about Maureen Metcalf and Mike Sawyer? Do you know them?
Jeez. Yes.
Yeah.
Maureen's been working with the leadership CIO sort of next gen leadership program, and Steve from Expedient, right? So okay.
So, but you'll be fine. You'll be all right. And how about my friends Deb and Jennifer over at Cover My Meds? Yeah, you're going up against that.
Well, so I think we need to start talking about a new time slot.
I know, right? Like you're going to after this want to walk over here and be like, nope, I want to be moved over here.
Right. I want to be at the end of the day so we can leave, so when no one will remember if it's terrible because they'll just be so focused on getting to happy hour
that is true.
They won't even care, right? I perform best when people don't care whether it's good or not.
Listen, everybody's going to care, whether it's at the start of the day, the middle of the day, or at the end of the day.
Okay.
Pressure on.
Okay. Well, we'll make it good.
We need to
Cindy will make it good.
I was going to say, Cindy, she'll come out.
Cindy will see what she will totally deliver.
She sounds like she's on the airplane with us of women who want to take over the world.
She is.
Yeah, see?
Yes. Oh, actually, I totally forgot about this.
We have a first class.
So I have to. Cindy and I were texting yesterday. So I said, because we were talking about the schedule, and that's why I had emailed you. And she said, I think we should just do our session as an interview, me interviewing you. And then she said, or maybe I should interview you interviewing me. And then I said, okay, just questions, no answers, highest rated session. And then she said, every answer has to be a question. And I said, I am seeing one of the conference organizers tomorrow. I will tell her. She will revoke our session, and we will just have to drink instead. Mission accomplished.
So we should have Bloody Marys and mimosas in that room.
Even at 9:45.
That's what I'm saying, 9:45.
Absolutely. Because we're just going to ask each other questions that have no answers.
I mean, you will confuse the shit out of people. They'll be like, what?
Either that or they're going to be like, I'm totally into this. I know exactly where they're going with this.
Be like Jeopardy.
Right. This is going to be like a Seinfeld episode, right? That it doesn't actually have any meaning. we're just going to like go back and forth. And then at the end, people are going to be mind blown because they're going to be like, wow, I don't really understand anything they were talking about, but I'm sure that it was really deep and it was just over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
then at the happy hour, people are talking about it.
Right. People are going to be like, did you go to the session where they didn't talk about anything? That was the best session. That was totally the best session. This guy and this woman were talking about, they just kept asking each other questions, but they didn't provide any answers. I'm still amazed that they had the guts to do it.
Blown.
Right, exactly. So
you could have that emoji in the back of you, the mind-blowing emoji.
Right. We'll just make sign. It'll be like emoji charades as it's happening. So everyone should come to the session now, obviously.
Everybody should. Right. We're going to have to figure out how to squeeze in just you guys.
So are you going to have Maureen and Deb and the other person who I can't remember from Cover My Meds, Jennifer, are you going to have them also do a podcast recording before the conference with you?
No.
Okay.
No, you're it, dude.
Well, that's not true because you already did one with Angie.
Well, okay, so Angie, we did like the history of getWITit and where it all kind of came from.
So you just needed a token. You just needed a token male.
We needed a silver fox
to also do it.
To do it.
Okay,
yeah.
I feel so used now.
We threw out Dan Greenleaf's name. Does that count?
When
we were doing like the background.
This one or the one with Angie?
No, the one with Angie.
Oh,
he wasn't there, but we just
you referenced him.
We referenced him. Doesn't that count?
Just for posterity.
I feel that counts. And we talked about how we needed men. Darren can justify this if he was paying attention, that men need to come to the table with us, and it's got to be collaborative, not men against women.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, right?
And like the session that I did at the conference last year with Lauren Grunenbaum from Root, I thought was really good. And first of all, I love what you guys are doing. The mission and the intention of shining a light on women in technology, we have to do because it's still not where we need to be with it, right? If you look at the statistics, they're still terrible.
They're awful.
They're just still terrible. And so we have to be intentional about this. So I love it. That's why I've always wanted to be a part of it, and I'm glad to be back this year. Participating
We're glad
in a
to have
session.
you back.
And it's I'm not sure any of this is being recorded now because, as you said, Darren has just completely tapped out.
He could have.
Right.
He looks. I don't know. We don't know what's in that water bottle over there.
Right. Exactly. He's already started, and now I'm jealous.
He has. I'm going to have to text somebody to make an Uber stop here for. Do they do that? Is that a thing?
You want to text somebody at Uber, or would you go into the app?
Can you have somebody Uber over adult beverages?
Oh, well, there's actually a startup in Columbus called Refill.
Oh my God! See, we just helped promote Refill,
which could deliver adult beverages for you at any moment. Actually,
oh my gosh!
Yes, you should download the app.
I'm going to have to download the app.
Yes.
Do I need a hotspot for that?
Domino's.
Domino's will deliver anywhere. You don't have to have an address. If you have a hotspot on your phone, deliver anywhere.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't want to put the Refill guys under pressure here, but I think they would probably find you. They would find a way to get you your booze.
They would.
I will make that promise on their behalf.
I'm going to have to. If this is a startup in Columbus, they might have to come visit us.
If you were standing on a street corner in Columbus, I'm sure Refill would find a way to get you your booze at that street corner.
Fantastic. Are you looking them up, Darren? Okay. Well, thanks for the shout out to Women in Tech. We love you too.
Yeah.
But we want to promote you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I need any more promotion.
Well, yeah. I don't think you have enough going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Honestly.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that I do.
And are you going to speak this year at Product Club for Lyft?
Yes.
Yeah, so you got that going too.
Yes, I am. They were gracious enough to also allow me to come back and speak. I love that group too.
I'm organizing that conference too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So are Brett and Laura not just and Derek Hart and Dan's involved in that too?
Oh yeah, love them all.
It's another great group of people.
Yeah.
And when Brett started talking to me about it, probably 3 years ago now, he was like, we should have a product conference in Columbus. And I was like, dude, yes, we should.
Last year was pretty successful, I will say.
Yeah, for the first at bat, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, so it's, the best thing about Lift is that it's people that care about their craft, right? The craft of building great products, who just want to facilitate and evolve the craft in Columbus and beyond. There are speakers coming in from all over the country now this year, right?
Yeah.
And there probably will be attendees coming in from that just aren't based in Columbus, so that's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, it's mad respect for the people who are organizing it, including you, and the time and effort and energy that goes into pulling something off. Is if you've never done it, if anybody's never been involved in organizing a conference, you cannot imagine the amount of work and the amount of details. Because you go into it thinking, oh, well, we just need to get sponsors and we just need to get people there, right?
Right.
And then you remember there are the other 13 million things that go into actually making it good. And so it's much harder than it looks on the surface.
It's a handful. It's a handful. And we're shooting for women in tech to be right around 800, 900 women.
It's awesome.
That's a lot. That's a lot of bodies.
That's a lot of women.
That's a lot of women.
That's a lot of women in one place.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So are you going to limit the number of men that can buy tickets?
Not at all.
So that
tear it up, men. Tear
it
up.
All right. I mean, this is Elizabeth said that part, not me. Just to be clear. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to. Do you think that men know they're welcome? And do you think, even if they know they're welcome, do you think they're intimidated coming to a conference that is focused on women and that will be majority women?
Are you?
I'm not.
Okay, well, I mean, no.
But I would like to say that I'm not the average man. Darren's not laughing hysterically.
Darren's not. Let's see. Yes, we try. We've had a few events here, actually at Rev 1, that have been more male-dominated than female-dominated. DC Security, Bitcoin, we had a talk on that. We had a talk on security, and they were probably 85% male attended, opposed to female.
Okay.
Which then brings up the question, maybe there's not a lot of females in those pipelines of positions. Kind of raises the question, like, why didn't women want to come to that?
Which is then potentially a sad state of affairs.
Correct.
If there aren't a lot of women interested in blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin.
And so then we're back to getWITit.
Cyber. Right. Exactly. So then we're back to the conference and then the whole, the whole, mission and movement, right?
So we highly promote men coming to the table. We're not, we welcome them with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
As far as being intimidated, I've been told I'm intimidating, and I don't think I am at all. And
I'm scared to death right now.
Are you?
Actually, yes. Yes.
And I don't know.
It's a good thing I have bladder control.
It is because I don't even know where to tell you to go. Well,
Right. It's a distance from the room that we're in. So, yeah.
We're in trouble, Darren.
Yeah,
we're in trouble.
I'm holding on, trying to get through this. I'm so intimidated that, yeah.
Yeah, see, and I don't know. I don't know if men would be intimidated to come.
Well, you said that they're intimidated by you.
Yeah,
so
but
imagine
I don't know why.
Another 759 of your closest friends.
Well, Ryan, I like to think I'm a unique individual.
Okay, we can endorse that. We can get behind that.
There's not too many of me rolling around.
we can get behind that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were not you,
okay,
would you be intimidated? To walk into the student union and there's 800 women.
Well, first of all, men are dopes, right? Sort of across the board, right? And so
you might have to define.
Well, men are by and large more neurotic and more anxious and more immature than most women are.
Okay, just want to note that was Ryan Frederick. He will be speaking at 9:45. Okay.
Do you disagree?
I'm. That's tough.
You can say that most men are dopes and agree with me. That's fine.
I can.
I mean, I am one,
can.
right?
I can.
Yeah.
I can.
And so that's true. So I think for many men going into an environment, but this is great. This is, I think, a really good example of how it feels for most women in technology.
Correct.
Most women in technology are used to going into environments where they're one of 100, 200, 3,000, right, in an organization, right? So
role reversal.
It's role reversal, right? So I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a good thing that men then get to experience what it's like to go into an environment where they're the minority, not the majority.
Yes.
I guess my pointer on that would be that I'm not sure most men would handle it as elegantly and constructively as most women do.
Oh.
See, I saved myself.
You did save yourself.
I saved myself.
You did save yourself.
I can realize when I am digging myself a hole, and then I can course correct, and I can get to daylight again.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
You shoveled your way out.
I'm good with a shovel and a pickaxe.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. See, you got yourself out of that. It's not a bad thing, but it is true. It would definitely be role reversal.
Right. Which I don't think is bad. Now, in the end, ultimately, right, it'll be awesome when we don't need a women in technology mission, organization, or conference, and when we don't have to be intentional about having women speakers and women on panels and other minorities.
It's just people in tech.
It's just people in tech. Right?
Right.
And we have enough women and we have enough racial diversity and other forms of diversity where it's just enough qualified people are there across the spectrum that we don't need to be intentional and have special organizations and initiatives and conferences. That's how we'll know we've made it.
Well, wouldn't that be nice?
Right?
We'll have to convert. We'll have to rebrand.
Right, exactly. Then it would just be people in technology.
Yes.
Right.
Pit. People in technology.
It'll just be people in technology. Or right, you could maybe you get to the point where, and then in at a pit conference, right? Then you have, well, here's a session just for women, and here's a session just for men, right? And then you allow people to go break off and then to just sort of sequester themselves by themselves. I'm joking, by the way.
I would, yeah. I'm picking up on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll know we've succeeded when we get to the point where we have a pit conference.
When we have a pit conference,
and we don't have to have a women in technology conference.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay. Mental note that one, Darren. Pit conference.
So obviously it won't be in 18, but 2019, the goal is the People in Technology Conference.
Did you hear, too, we're doing Cleveland?
No, I didn't.
That sounds horrible.
We're just going to roll in, and we're just going to do you, Cleveland.
We're just going to do Cleveland. Yes. So
Drew Carey's going to come back for it, I heard.
I hope so. I could use him for the after party. He would be a good after party person, I bet you.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know how he's doing on the price. I think he's hosting the Price is Right still, right?
He does, yeah.
I don't know how he's doing there. I mean, I don't know if that's like a good gig or if that's like
most of us have day jobs.
Sunset of a career, right?
Bob Barker, kind of end of the line.
Yeah, it seems like that might not be the ideal. I can't see a current popular comedian saying, hey, at the peak of my comedic career, I want to go host a game show. That doesn't seem like that is like when you're in your prime, that's what you go and,
no, I think
he
peaked already. He's on the downward spiral.
He is part owner in an MLS soccer club, too, the Seattle Sounders.
Wow.
Which I've got Crew season tickets, and I'm a Crew supporter, so I'm getting my plug-in now there for
Are you? Because they want to pack up and leave us.
Yeah, save the crew. Hashtag save the crew.
Hashtag save the crew.
Right. So we're going to do that. And I was at an event last night, and one of the players was there. And so I was talking to him, and his name's Justin Merrim, so I'm also going to get a plug in for Justin Merrim.
Just got to plug.
Right. I just have to plug anybody that I can think of right now.
Do you think Justin would want to come coach 8U soccer out in Pataskala? Because you're looking at the lady who's the coach.
Really?
Yes.
I think he would be thrilled.
It would be great if he could.
I think he would be thrilled.
That's my plug.
He just I'm sure he's got nothing else and I'm sure he just, after training and then preparing to play, I'm sure that he just would want to be on a soccer field more.
Right.
Right, exactly. Helping
6, 7, and 8-year-olds.
Helping the children.
Because
this is about the children.
Exactly.
Right.
We could bust into a Michael Jackson song here if we need to.
So I'm sure he would say yes, because he's a very nice guy. But he had gotten traded from the Crew to the soccer club in Orlando. The Crew just traded to bring him back. Oh. So I ran into him at this event last night. We were sort of talking about the trials and tribulations of getting traded and going into one environment back to the other environment. And I have no idea why I started talking about Justin. We were talking about hashtag. Drew Carey. Drew Carey. Right. Yeah. Save the Crew. It's hashtag Save the Crew.
Save the Crew.
Right. So there's our Save the Crew plug.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else should we talk about?
This is how we got on the topic. As I said, we were invading Cleveland.
Actually,
I said we were doing Cleveland.
You're going to go do Cleveland.
We're going to do Cleveland.
Right.
So November 5th.
This year. Wow.
So this is a big step for us.
Do you have a local operating team in Cleveland?
You're looking at her.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But you're not in Cleveland.
No. It's very difficult. This is a very difficult thing to do, to plan a conference in another city.
Yeah.
Here, I got the connections. I know people. I can drive to their front doors and bang on their doors for whatever I may need.
Right.
It's difficult. So yes, we have the September 12th, and then I'm doing Lift, which is September 24th.
Yeah.
And then this is November 5th. So I don't have much going on either.
Can you not fit another one in between Lift and Cleveland? Can we think of another conference to do between Lift and
we probably could. Somebody's going to call me and say.
Because that seems like it's a pretty long break.
Do you think so?
That seems like it's a lot of time for you to take off.
I know, right? And do a full-time job? Because I got that too.
Well, I mean, are you still doing that?
A full-time job?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have this full-time gig going on.
Doesn't seem like you really care about it that much.
Oh, love it. And then I come hang out with Darren.
Right.
And then I got the soccer thing.
Well, who doesn't want to hang out with Darren?
Everybody hangs out with Darren.
Right, exactly.
We have definitely given you your digs today. So if you want to throw in your company at any point during this podcast, you go for it.
He doesn't have a microphone. He only has headphones to listen.
I know, but
or are you talking about during the editing process?
Yeah, during the editing.
He's probably just going to cut out every time that we mentioned him.
Probably.
He's just going to be like, oh, they mentioned my name. Snip. Right.
Yeah.
He's probably also going to cut out the part where you talk about doing all of Cleveland.
I know, right? Because that sounded rough, but that was hilarious. Okay. Anything else you want to plug?
Let me see. Is there any other name dropping I want to do?
Yeah. Do you want to drop any names?
Well,
you have your own podcast.
I have my own podcast. Yeah, the Darren Records.
Darren Records. You have like 5.
I don't have 5. There's one podcast. Well, Startup Grind, we also record. So I guess that's true.
Oh, yeah. You got Startup Grind, and you've got...
And we do a product podcast, right, with product people.
So that's Darren.
Right. It's called Beyond the Roadmap.
Beyond the Roadmap.
Yeah. Right. What a name.
Ryan Frederick, Beyond the Roadmap.
Right, exactly. Look it up on iTunes or your other favorite podcast service. No, Icy Stars. So I would plug Icy Stars.
Knock it out of the park.
If you're not familiar with it, it's a program that helps underemployed adults to get trained in digital skills, and then they get jobs as developers and QA people and project managers at companies around town. So icstars-cbus.org, I believe, is the website. I should know it. If not, look me up on LinkedIn or wherever, and I can get you directed to it. So that's terrible chairman of the board duties, not exactly knowing what the URL is. But I think that's either really close, or if somebody Googles it,
they'll be close enough.
They'll get there. Yep.
And there are women at IC Stars.
There are women at IC Stars, yes. Both on the staff and in the program. Actually,
Lisa Chambers. Isn't Lisa Chambers the...
She's tech core.
Is she?
Kim Gale is the executive director of IC Stars.
Okay.
So half the staff is female, and then typically our female to male ratio in the program is about 70-30 female.
Oh, that's... Wow.
Yeah. So we're very proud of that.
Yeah.
It's a very diverse program from other perspectives, too. But, yeah, if you're not yet familiar with it and you're listening to this, do me a huge favor. Do yourself a huge favor. How was that?
That was great.
Yeah, that's, like, great. It's like, it's not totally self-serving.
No.
Do it for yourself, too.
Do it for yourself,
right?
too.
Check out IC Stars. Yes, it takes a village.
It takes a village.
That's it.
All right. You're done?
I'm done.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the Roadmap podcast. We got Startup Grind, IC Stars. Ryan's coming to talk at 9:45 unless he strong-arms me into a different slot on September 12th.
So come to see Cindy Thomas, not me.
Come to see Cindy Thomas, all the way from D.C.
All the way from D.C.
Huge
commitment on her part to come in and do this and do me a solid and come in and
I'm going to have to buy her some extra drinks.
talk, right? There's going to have to be like a double scoop ice cream cone involved for Cindy.
Yep. Tell her I got her back.
Okay.
For dealing with you.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, I want to thank Ryan. We had a great time. Did you have a good time?
Fabulous time.
I had a great time. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and leave a review. We will see you next time, and feel free to drop us a line at getwitit.org.